Our philosophy is not a bright ball of fire. You know, that moment, a big flash. I guess our philosophy is this constant rise, and to be around for a long time, and to be relevant for a long time.
独特是Yabu Pushelberg 的专属灵魂，但更多时候，它驱动了设计和审美。几乎所有从事室内设计的人都知道Yabu，人们持续追逐他们的作品，是为了看见一种叫做创造的情感表达，不管艺术、设计还是空间。
Luxury is much different than it was 5 or 10 years ago. 5 or 10 years ago was about making things super fancy, super obviously like a, and
you know, a lot of glitz and a lot of polish and shine.
But today I think making luxury hotels for a much more younger customer, because everybody travels today, everybody sees the internet, everybody's more aware, they have more self-confidence. They don't need the artificial luxury, they need real luxury, which is really about making unique hotels. Yeah, I think like this hotel, what's interesting to us about this hotel, kind of it tweaks people's imagination because it's not obvious. And you turn a corner and then you see these rooms that evolve into bigger rooms and different spaces. And it engages you. You know, there's something else about this hotel that is interesting, I think. When we were thinking about Shenzhen, when it was 40, 50 years ago, it was like a fishing village. And it was this little village, and it was about nature, and it was about water, and it was about the kind of simple houses that people used to live in. And we really thought that that's an inspiration point for us. And we're using the materiality of that and the connectivity to nature, and sometimes like building little houses in big atrium spaces and stuff, and doing this in a kind of more artistic and abstract way, which I think makes it interesting for people. Well, I think that there's the client in this particular case, the client had a lot of input in selecting the art, and they had, because Felix, the direct client from Ping An, had a kind of passion for certain artists. And he was interested in the metaphor of the three animal figure that's in the lobby and some of the other art, and I think it resonates with the local customer. What is important to us is that not only the hotel guests have the experience of the hotel, but that we attract the people that live around it, so that the people that live in Shenzhen come here as their kind of social center. Because it makes the place more vibrant, and I think the art contributes to that. I also think that a hotel like this, which has a lot of public spaces, what we like to create is variety. Like we want to make the Red Room bar kind of more sensuous than the Longhouse, which is really like a watching people kind of place, the long room. And I think that in the Chinese restaurant, which is like a little village, there's different feelings. And I think the more the spaces have different emotional ideas behind them, the more opportunities people will have to come back and want to come back to experience the hotel.
So, I think one of the keys that we take or that we have to engage in is sort of forecasting, like a crystal ball, because when it's like 8 years old design, you sort of like want to forecast what will people want 8 years from now or in the future. It's interesting, in our past work, we've done from one of our first projects, the Four Seasons in Tokyo, Marunouchi, or other projects. That was just one of our first ones. There's still relevance in the design. It needs some freshening up because of wear and tear. But most of our projects still have a relevance today that are over 10 years old.
Modernity, it's important to be modern and relevant, And it doesn't mean you have to always be avant-garde and cutting edge, because sometimes that's just a trick, to make visual tricks.
I think it's not a flame. It's not a big flame. We don't want to flame out. But ours is more engaging, and it takes a little bit more effort to think about what the thought was behind the process of how we created this. It's not that easily identifiable. It's a bit more softer, I would think. Yes, I think Designwire is the go-to media outlet for. It's just for its immediacy. I don't know. You seem to capture what people want really quickly, and what's in the vibe, and I find it remarkable that you're on it before many others.
I think I think for us, Designwire is the go-to medium for design today in the world.